I can't be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. With you, I can't be sad. I love the way that you just take my hand. Love me today, let's run up through the fields where the sun shines and heals. With you, I wanna stay with you. I love the way it's been so cold since you have been gone. Like I was told, you're the only one. It's been so cold since you have been gone. Like I was told, you're the only one. I can't be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up to the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. I wanna stay with you. I wanna stay with you.
like a family tree. Part of you and part of me. And if we should separate, go your own way, I won't wait.
Bring the funk back.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Match Centre Live. It is a big one this evening. It's Manchester United and Wolves in our big game of the evening. Of course, all the earlier kickoffs have just about finished a few minutes ago. The scores will go by at the bottom of your screen. And we are about a minute or maybe 2 minutes away from kickoff at Old Trafford. Manchester United have a chance to go up to second with a win. That is with a game in hand, of course, because they missed the opening day of the season. And Wolves looking to make it in towards the top half. And we'll take you through the lineup, starting off with the home side. In goal, De Gea, a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Maguire and Telles. Pogba and Matic sit in holding midfield with Fernandes ahead of them. And then the front three, Mason Greenwood, Cavani and Rashford. For Wolves, it's Patricio in goal, a back three of Kilman, Cody and Saez. Hoiver is right wing back with Nuri on the left wing back, Neves and Moutinho, the two centre mids. And Vitina, Neto and Traore, the front three for Wolverhampton Wanderers, as we're only a few seconds away from kickoff. If you've got any predictions, comments or questions about the channel, about the game, make sure to put it in the live chat and we'll be with you as soon as we see it. And as the team's ready to take a knee in a few seconds' time. It's always been a good one, this game, Wolves against Manchester United. I think of the first meeting at Old Trafford when the two sides, when Wolves were first in the Premier League, or first promoted back to the Premier League. That was a fabulous draw, and I remember Moutinho's screamer in that one. But we are ready to get underway. In fact, we are underway now. It's Manchester United against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And we're just trying to get this new crowd noise up and going for you. As Manchester United have us underway, and it's Paul Pogba on the ball. Maguire plays it to the left-back Telles, who's only just getting himself into the United side for the first time since signing in the summer. Here's Maguire. Now it's Greenwood trying to drive forward down the left-hand side for Manchester United. Here's Fernandes. Now Greenwood down the left. Here's Matic, still in the Wolverhampton Wanderers half. Greenwood's going to try and get an early ball in. It was Saez who dealt with it to clear it away for Wolves. And then Adama Traore with the following clearance. He could only kick it onto Fernandes, but he's won Wolves a throw down the right inside their own half. It'll be Wolverhampton Wanderers' first bit of possession. So we're a minute in here, or just over a minute in at Old Trafford. Of course, two things, if you've watched the streams before, you'll notice the new crowd noise in the background that we've added. And of course, finally we've managed to get a timer at the top of the screen. As Wolves look long, looking for Adama Traore. He's in an offside position, not too far in front of the halfway line, and Manchester United will get a free kick a minute and a half in, which is taken quickly by Bailly. Here's Wan-Bissaka down the right for Manchester United, just venturing into the Wolverhampton Wanderers half. He plays it to Greenwood and then all the way back to Bailly. Now Maguire. He's going to look for another long ball forward. It reaches Telles down the left for Manchester United. He's going to look to drive forward. It's Neves who's staying with him down the left. Now back to Fernandes. 1-2 with Telles. He's got it back. Now Fernandes again. And then his pass forward was blocked by Neves, and it lands at the feet of Matic, just inside the Wolverhampton Wanderers half, still Man United. That's a good ball towards Telles, who will swing an early ball in, and Saez deals with it again. And it goes behind for a Manchester United corner down the left-hand side. The first of the game after just over 2 minutes. If there's anyone out there who you know that is unable to watch the game tonight and they want some way of listening in, make sure to share the video so they can watch from Match Centre Live, as United have taken this corner short and in the end didn't do much with it. And it was Hoiver, the former Liverpool man, who got it out for a Manchester United throw down the left. But it's been a weird start to the season for Manchester United, for sure. They have a chance to go into second this evening. And the most important thing about their season so far, even when things weren't going their way, especially with those first half performances initially, they still managed to pick up results. So now that they are in a bit of form and have a chance to go up to second, they can completely put that bad run of form behind them, knowing that they picked up points from it. As Bailly picks it up for Manchester United inside his own half and rolls it back to David De Gea, his first touch of the game. Here's Maguire. Now Telles down the left. He's going to look to drive forward again for Manchester United. All the play has been down that left-hand side so far. That's a good ball down the line to Rashford. And it's Hoever who tries to stay with him. Rashford trying to run in. Neves is there as well. Still Rashford down the left edge of the box. Back to Telles, who will look to swing another ball in. And Saiz again wins the header. Only as far as Wan-Bissaka on the edge of the box. Down the right, he looks to run further right. Pulls it back towards Greenwood. Now it's Fernandes. He switches it back out to the left again for Telles. And then Pogba overlapping. Chance to get a ball in. Cuts it back for Rashford inside the area down the left. 1-2 with Fernandes. Saiz intercepts. And then does a cool bit of skill to get away from Fernandes inside his own penalty area. And now Wolves can build up with a bit of possession with Moutinho. Although in the end he turns back and gets it back again from Hoever. A risky pass towards Neto, which Greenwood almost intercepts. But Wolves retain possession. There's a good ball down the line for Neto. First chance for him to use his pace. Passes it back to Nuri, the left wing back for Wolves. Of course, Wolves have had to rotate a lot this evening after only playing 2 days ago. And that's in contrast to Manchester United, who played on the Saturday 3 days ago. That was a 2-2 draw against Leicester. Wolves also drawing that time with Spurs. Here's Moutinho, now Neto down the left. This is the first sort of break forward for Wolves. Oh, and he looked in behind for Vitina, who just wanted an offside position and knew he couldn't go towards the ball. But after 5 minutes now, it's the first time that Wolves have really moved forward at all. But it's been a decent start from Manchester United. They won an early corner. There's not too much has happened apart from that. But they've had most of the ball, most of the territory in the Wolves half. And there's a ball in behind from Wan-Bissaka, intercepted by Kilman, who's another change for Wolves this evening from that draw against Spurs. Cody, down towards Hoever. This is Vitinho, who picks it up, plays it towards Moutinho, just by the halfway line. He switches it out the left towards Nuri. He's forced to play it backwards though to Kilman. And now Cody. He's going to try and switch it out towards Vitinho. And now a ball in behind towards Adama Traore. Vitina looking for an option. Adama Traore wandered offside. That's the second time it's happened for Wolves. De Gea will pick it up for a goal kick, which is taken quickly towards Wan-Bissaka. Here's Bailly. Now Harry Maguire. Still Maguire. And now out to Matic. Once again down the left here, Manchester United. Matic trying to go towards the Wolves half. Remember, if you've got any questions, comments or predictions about the game, about the channel, make sure to put it in the live chat and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Here's Greenwood driving forwards, past Neves, towards the penalty area. It's actually Rashford, he's still going. Now it runs towards Greenwood's. But Nuri was able to tackle him just in the nick of time as before he got a shot away on the edge of the box. Wolves did look to counter-attack, but Bailly intercepted the pass up forward towards Neto. And he plays it back to Wan-Bissaka. Maguire. Here's Paul Pogba. Just inside the centre circle. Plays it towards Matic. Again, Manchester United move it towards the left-hand side. We're now 7 minutes into this one. Maguire. Wolves happily sitting back in these early stages. Maguire's picked a good pass towards Rashford. He looks to switch it out down the right-hand side. It's a brilliant ball towards Greenwood, who will drive towards the penalty area. Still Greenwood, got it on his left foot now, looking for Cavani in the middle. It was well intercepted by Cody. A lot of players in the penalty area for Wolverhampton Wanderers to make sure to get it away. Here's Rashford for Manchester United as they continue their bright start. Although Vitinho's won it back for Wolves. Neto, now Neves. Here's Adama Traore, his first involvement in the game as he looks to drive forward as he always does. Past Fernandes, past Maguire, still Adama Traore. Rolls it in towards Neto on the edge of the box. Nuri's further out wide. Neto still in the area, gets a shot away and it's saved by David De Gea. A comfortable one which he caught in the end. But that is a sign of the Wolverhampton Wanderers counter-attack that they're so capable of. Here's Pogba. Now Matic. Wolves certainly moving it a lot quicker than Manchester United when they get the ball, but Manchester United keeping it for longer periods. They've still been able to get it into good territory, especially with Rashford, who's done brilliantly in these opening 8 minutes to drive at the Wolves defence. Telles. This is Rashford looking in behind but towards Greenwood. He's inside the area down this left-hand side. Flags stay down. Back to Rashford on the edge of the box. He's going to take a shot, and in the end it goes all the way wide. In fact, Cavani was trying to stick a leg out on the end of the shot. And Greenwood's run initially seemed to be offside. The flag did stay down the whole time despite the move slowly running out. And it is a goal kick for Wolves, which have taken short towards Cody. Still Connor Cody. Switches it down the left towards Kilman. Still fairly deep Wolves. It's played towards Neto. A heavy first touch, but he's able to keep it inside his own half. And then a good ball towards Saiss. Here's Neves, who's short of a screamer for his standards. It's been a while since he's scored. Speaking of a player, since it's been a while since they've scored, Adama Traore, who's on the ball here. Plays it to Moutinho, switching it down the left, although it was a very weak pass and Wan-Bissaka intercepted. Kilman will pick it up for Wolves. Make sure if you're enjoying the stream to leave a like and subscribe. We've got Spurs against Fulham tomorrow in our big game. Here's Neto for Wolves. Down the left-hand side, he'll take on Bailly. In the end, cuts back. Nori is overlapping. Here's Moutinho. 60% possession for Manchester United, but Wolves have it at the moment with Cody. Now down the right towards Hoever. Here's Vitina, who picks it up on the edge of the box, but there's a lot of players back for Manchester United, and he's forced back here, still on the ball. Now lays it off to Moutinho. Kilman, who's high up, out towards Nori, who's got two Manchester United players with him, and in the end it was Greenwood with a good tackle. He plays it back to Wan-Bissaka. And then in the end, his clearance came off a Wolves player, and it goes behind for a Manchester United throw down the right. Their first spell of possession for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. It's not been a bad start so far. Wolves with the only attempt on goal so far in the opening 10. It was a comfortable save from De Gea from a Neto shot, although the ball's bobbling around here and they've picked it up. Wolves in a promising position on the edge of the box. It's Vitina with a shot, and De Gea this time, with spilling it initially, was able to re-grab onto it. But a second shot for Wolves. It was sloppy from Manchester United in their own half, giving it away. But the long-range effort from Vitina comfortably saved. And here is Matic from Manchester United. They are inside the Wolves half. Telles looking for a ball towards Rashford. Cody intercepted. Hoever picks it up and plays it back to Cody. He'll look long towards Neto, who wins the header on towards Neves. Neves will drive forward inside the Manchester United half. Gets it down the right-hand side. Here is Neto. Back to Neves. Hoever, who skips past Fernandes, looking to switch it down the left towards Nuri. It's a good bit of control. Well, it's actually a poor bit of control. He did well to keep it in, Nuri, but Wan-Bissaka intercepts him. Now he'll look to drive past him, and then back heels it to Greenwood. And Manchester United can have the ball back inside their own half with Pogba. As he looks long, Rashford goes well over him and into the hands of Rui Patricio. So we're 12 minutes in here. Manchester United yet to have a shot on target as they look to move up to second in the Premier League table. Not a bad return for considering a poor start, although it might be a poor start to this one as Traore's won it back from Bailly. Cuts it back towards Vitinho on the edge of the box. Left for Ruben Neves to hit one and then parried by David De Gea. Comes out to Hoever down the right. And then he looks for Neto. Neto inside the area. Gets it on his left foot. Another shot. Good block from Maguire. And then Neto will let it run out for a Wolverhampton Wanderers throw. Wolves, who had a poor 4 or 5 minutes, have grown into this one. It's their third shot of the game now. Another one that was fairly close to David De Gea. This time he felt it was best to parry, which isn't a bad idea with a Ruben Neves shot firing at you from the edge of the box. He's got it here on the edge of the box again, Neves. Looking for Moutinho. Being pressured by Fernandes, who's won it back. Here's Greenwood. A good counter-attack on here for Manchester United. Plays it to Fernandes. It's been slowed down initially, but Pogba's got it down the right for Wan-Bissaka. Pogba overlapping, good block from Nuri, but Pogba will still get to it. And in the end it comes off Nuri, and it might have just gone behind for a corner or a throw. The camera angle that we saw wasn't quite definitive enough. But we'll see very shortly what's been given, as the camera is still on Paul Pogba. It is a throw, in fact, to Manchester United, right by the corner flag, which Wan-Bissaka will take. He'll get it back from Pogba. Moutinho's with him. Wan-Bissaka forced backwards, now plays it backwards to Matic, and now Maguire. Here is Telles. And now it's with Rashford. Greenwood, in fact, now Marcus Rashford through the middle this time. Spreads it down the right for Wan-Bissaka. Fernandes. And then he dummies past Moutinho. 1-2 with Greenwood inside the area. Fernandes flicked towards Cavani. He tried to be very clever inside the area with another flick, but Rashford wasn't quite onto it. Wolverhampton Wanderers, who initially struggled to clear, have got it away now, and they've got a throw down the left, fairly close to their own goal. It was clever one-touch play from Manchester United. In the end, the flick from Cavani, who actually may have been offside, didn't go to anyone anyway, as Rashford wasn't quite there, and Coney did get it away for Wolves. Here's Greenwood. Traore wins it back, and he's going to run down the line here for Wolves. Wan-Bissaka stayed with him, and he did really well, Wan-Bissaka, to stop Traore from speeding away. But Traore has won a throw for Wolves. Throw by the halfway line for the away side. Who so far have 100% shooting accuracy. Although all three shots have been straight at David De Gea. But they'll move it forward with Højbjerg again. He was the second full-back signed for Wolves, or right-back signed for Wolves in the summer. Here's Neto cutting in, plays it to Neves. His pass came off Cavani. Now Moutinho. Here is Nuri down the left, trying to get a cross in. Wan-Bissaka did well to block it. Goes out for a Wolves throw down the left-hand side. 15 minutes gone now at Old Trafford. John Moss is the referee this evening, just to let you know. Here's Neto down the left. Moutinho. His pass is deflected and comes to Greenwood. Now Fernandes. Cavani trying to flick it over his head, but Neves won it back for Wolves. Now they've got it down the right with Conor Cody. He turns back. Fernandes pressuring him, but he just about got his pass away to Saiss, who was the goal scorer for Wolves a couple of days ago against Spurs, an equaliser in the 85th minute. Here's Nuri. Saiss just on the edge of his own penalty area. This is Cody looking down the line towards Adama Traore, but he's been tackled by Matic. Now Maguire. Here's Bailly. Down the left for Telles, who had a lot of the ball in the opening 5 minutes. Greenwood down the left for Manchester United. It's been quite slow this last few minutes, although Greenwood looks in behind for Cavani, who keeps it in play. But in the end, actually, the spin on the ball then moved it back out of play, and it will be a goal kick for Wolves. A clever looking ball from Greenwood from far out down the left. A low ball in behind towards Cavani, who he actually may have been offside. Oh, sorry, onside. But he couldn't keep it in. Pogba for Manchester United, a step over to get away from Wolves players. Now Rashford. Here's Telles down the left. Rashford is ahead of him. Here is Marcus Rashford. Coutinho is with the Man United player, who switches it down the right towards Greenwood. Greenwood running forward, plays it towards Fernandes. Now Wan-Bissaka down the right for Manchester United. Fernandes with a deep ball in towards the back post, goes over everyone, and then Højbjerg headers it away for a Man United throw down the left. It's been an intriguing opening 18 minutes. First goal, I think, will mean a lot in this game, despite Man United being fairly famous this season for comebacks. Here's Telles down the left, gets a ball in, came off Saiss. On the edge of the box is Fernandes, who's going to hit one. Neves blocked, and then Nuri will come to him for a chance to clear, which he does. Not very far as it goes out for a Man United throw, not much further forward or backwards from where he kicked it off. Here's Pogba. Wan-Bissaka. He'll get it back from Fernandez. Oh, and Wan-Bissaka then went in for a challenge. It was a weak pass back from Fernandez. Wan-Bissaka had to slide into it and in the end fouls Ruben Neves. To be honest, it's one of those ones where both players have gone for the ball. Neves has screamed louder, so Neves gets the free kick. That's what it seemed like. And that is a big thing that's happening at the moment without crowds. Something that's got to change, I think, from referees. All the players are screaming every time they go down. And referees are falling for it every time. So players keep on doing it and they keep on getting free kicks. And it's not going to stop. Until, of course, crowds come back. That's not the reason we want crowds back. We want the atmosphere back in the stadiums. That is the main reason. Of course, Manchester United, one of the few sides in the Premier League to not have any crowds this season. Teams in London, teams on the South Coast, in Merseyside, all had fans, certainly for a bit. Manchester United looking to move it forward with Telles down the left. Rashford overlapping, he ignores that run from the number 10. Still Telles for Manchester United. Rashford. Here is Nemanja Matic. Rashford. Here's Nemanja Matic. Now Telles again. Again, Wolves sitting back fairly deep, which is why Manchester United is struggling to break them down. That was a beautiful flick from Fernandez in close space, but it was just about intercepted. And Wolves look to break as Coutinho nutmegs Pogba. Adama's now on the charge. There's a lot back for Manchester United just in time, but it's played out to Neto down the left. He's forced to play it even further back for Nuri. Now Neto. Coutinho. The counter-attack has now turned into just clear possession for Wolves in the Man United half. As we've passed the 20-minute mark now. Saiss. Now Cody. He plays it towards Hova. They're now inside their own half, Wolves. Saiss. Now Coutinho. Down the left towards Nuri. Back for Kilman, who takes it past Greenwood. Still going Kilman here. He looks for a pass in behind towards Nuri, who's going to get there down the left. Chance to get a ball into the box. Still Nuri. Gets it in and then Maguire clears it away. And it will come out to Greenwood. And Man United might have a counter-attack on themselves. Here's Pogba. And his pass was intercepted, but it goes straight back to Greenwood. He looks in behind towards Cavani, but it's just overhits. And Rui Patricio will pick it up. And he'll pass it back out to Connor Cody. Here's Hoover. Still on the ball for Wolves. Now Neves. Down the right, Wolves. Inside their own half. Saiss. Cody. Slowed down now for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Of course, pick up most of their points really against the... it is now a deteriorating Big Six, as I use that quote. Of course, Arsenal a long way down. Manchester United were a long way down the table. And of course, last season, the Big Six was long gone with Leicester City poking their way into it. Along with Wolves. Speaking of Arsenal, they, as you can see on the bottom of your screen, got a win away at Brighton, which puts them on back-to-back wins. And that moves them up to 12th this evening. Wolves have a free kick here. A chance to get a ball into the box down the right. It's quite far out still, even for a crossing position. But when you've got Coutinho on it, anything can happen. Cody and fellow centre-backs have gone up. Coutinho does swing it in, and then it's a flicked header, and it's actually off the crossbar. Might have come off a Manchester United player. I'm not sure. A goal kick's been given. I think it was Saiss with the header. A flicked header looping over David De Gea, and it does come off the top of the crossbar. Big chance for Wolves, that. Saiss, of course, scoring in his last game, almost getting one there, but denied by the woodwork. Goal kick Manchester United, which is taken short to Maguire. Now Telles. He'll look through the middle towards Cavani with a ball over the top, but Saiss intercepted and kicked it away for a throw down the left for United. Telles. Take the throw. Fernandez. Rashford. Telles. Down the left, Manchester United. Rashford looks to flick it on towards Telles. Moutinho intercepts. Cody clears. Going as far as Matic. Now Rashford again for Man United down the left. In towards Fernandez, but it was intercepted by Wolves. Going as far as Matic, and now Telles will whip one in towards the back posts, and Mauricio able to catch before Greenwood got to it. Mauricio with a very long throw up towards Traore, trying to 1-2 with Vitina, but Pogba wins it back. Now Cavani, Wan-Bissaka. Down the right hand side now with Greenwood. Wan-Bissaka again, a bit deeper than his number 11. Greenwood, Pogba in the centre now for Man United as Pogba looks to switch it out to Telles down the left. And then all the way back to Harry Maguire. Here is Matic. Now Bailly. Down the right hand side is Wan-Bissaka. Pogba. Bailly. And now Maguire. To dribble it forward and play it down the left towards Telles. It's slowed down a lot this game now, but you know as soon as there's one attack there'll be much more to follow, especially with the way Wolves have seemed to set up on the counter attack. They've certainly got fast players to do that and to hurt Manchester United, but it is Man United on the ball here with Matic. Maguire looking to switch it back out to Telles, who certainly had most of the ball, or more of the ball than any player on the pitch, down the left for Manchester United. Signed from Porto in the summer. Here is Harry Maguire. Fernandez. Maguire again as we approach 25 minutes. Switched towards Fernandez. He leaves it for Rashford, who looks to take on Hover. Comes out to Telles. Fernandez looking for a 1-2 with Telles. Moutinho intercepts. And here comes that Wolves counter with Vitina in towards Neto, but Maguire was there to intercept the pass and then dummied it away from Neto to give himself a bit of time on the ball, and he plays it to Bailly. Paul Pogba. As Man United slowly have possession, gives me a chance to say, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want more of these. We have Spurs against Fulham tomorrow evening. Manchester United have it down the left here with Rashford, back towards Greenwood on the edge of the box, further back now with Pogba. Rashford again down the left, trying to take on Hoover, gets it down for pace, whips it in with his left foot, comes off Hoover, tries to cut it back towards the edge of the box, intercepted. Comes out to Telles, now Matic, he'll get a cross in towards Cavani with a flick on header, and in the end it was just in front of him. He didn't get a proper contact, the Manchester United striker, and it whistles wide of the post. That was better from Manchester United. They changed what was initially a slow bit of sluggish possession into attack eventually. In the end, nothing comes of it as Cavani headers wide. It's actually Manchester United's best chance of the evening. Wolves have had 3 attempts on targets, as well as hitting the crossbar from a free kick with Saiss. But Man United having more of the ball. Here's Moutinho. Down the left with Nuri now for Wolves. Neves. There's an option down the right which he picks out with Højbjerg. Still Højbjerg. Now towards Neves on the edge of the box. He thought about shooting it, gets it back down the right towards Højbjerg. Back to Neves, who will cross one in, but there was no one in there apart from Nuri at the back post, who will take it down just inside the area down the left. He's got 2 players with him. Gets it in towards Neto. Neto with a cutback. Intercepted as far as Nuri. Well, the shot was on his weaker side, and it's gone nearer the corner flag than the goalpost. In fact, it's just about gone out for a goal kick. A really poor attempt from the Wolves left wing back. Haven't seen much of him for Wolves so far, but one thing I have learnt from that is he is very strongly left-footed. It was a good opportunity for him as the ball rolled out to him just inside the area. He looked to curl one. In the end, it curled the wrong way, and it stays 0-0. Here is Matic trying to drive forwards and then falls back and plays it into Pogba. Now Maguire. Pogba. Down the right for Wan-Bissaka. He looks to run forward. Moutinho staying with him for Wolves. Still Wan-Bissaka. Back to Fernandez. Now Greenwood. And then all the way back to Bailly. Fernandez. Now Wan-Bissaka overlapping. Chance to get the ball in. In the end, he tries to cut it back. He smashes it straight into Moutinho. In the end, a really poor ball from Wan-Bissaka, who as a fullback is certainly known for his defensive play more than his attacking, and it showed there. Oh, that was a good move from Manchester United as Cavani had a little flick on towards Fernandez. He was tripped up beforehand, but the referee didn't see it. And now it's Hover towards Adama Traore, just by the centre circle now for Wolves. Man United got players back quickly to stop him from driving forward. That's probably the biggest threat for Manchester United, is Adama Traore and his runs forward. Although he hasn't scored for over a year, Traore. Although all his last 4 goals, or all his 4 goals last season, were against Big Six sides. I can think of 3 of them, 2 of them against City, 1 of them against Spurs. I think possibly 1 against Arsenal as well. Matic for Manchester United. They've just won it back off of Wolves. Here's Maguire. Now Telles. Matic. We're approaching half an hour at Old Trafford. Man United only with 1 chance, which was a Cavani header a few moments ago. A few long-range efforts from Wolves have gone straight at David De Gea, but they did hit the crossbar with Saiss. Telles to Rashford. Telles again. Down the left for Man United. Fernandez. Rashford. Telles overlapping. Rashford still on the ball for United. Fernandez. Telles. In the end decides to get a ball in towards Cavani. Rui Patricio was able to claim. And he looks to kick it long for Traore, who certainly isn't an aerial presence. Certainly a physical one, though. Those long balls forward from Patricio hasn't really done much so far when he does claim the ball. Here's a ball in behind towards Rashford. Saiss won the header. Moutinho. Now Hoiver. Neves. Moutinho. It's been a while, I think, since I've seen Neves and Moutinho both playing together in that midfield. Moutinho hadn't missed a game for, I believe, 2 or 3 years before the Leicester game this season for Wolves, where he was an unused substitute. Here's Saiss. And then a poor touch from Vitinho, and Man United look to counter-attack here with Fernandez. He plays it down the right towards Wan-Bissaka. Good ball in towards Greenwood. He's down the right-hand side, trying to take on Saiss. Might come for Rashford. It doesn't. And Moutinho clears to Neto, who got it back from Vitinho. He kicks it long towards Traore. Bailey will get there, and then he plays it back towards David De Gea. Neto stayed down. It was an incident off the ball. And in the end, De Gea throws it out to give Neto a bit of time to recover or get a bit of treatment. And a chance for me to say to all the viewers, we're trying to add something new to Match Centre Live, apart from just the commentary. We want to add a almost like radio-like show or live stream to get people calling in. So if you want to be involved with that, whatever team you support, if it is Manchester United or Wolves, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that when we do start. And this gives me another chance to remind you as Wolves are about to take this throw-in to get us back underway. Tottenham against Fulham is our game tomorrow. That's at 6 o'clock. The other Premier League game is Newcastle against Liverpool. We won't be streaming that though. Here's De Gea for United. Maguire. Matic. Telles. Down the left for Manchester United. The full-back. Rashford. The good thing about Manchester United so far is a lot of their play has been slow, but it has been in the Wolves half, and there's been just glimpses of them being able to switch on the pace, have a little few flicks with Fernandez and Cavani, as Pogba looks for a ball towards Rashford in the area. Cody trying to deal with it, and Rashford keeps it past Cody, who seemed to drag Rashford to the ground. The referee waves play on. It could have been a penalty. Well, in fact, I think no, Rashford initially wasn't able to keep the ball in play from that long ball from Pogba, which is why the linesman has given it off for a goal kick. Or did he give it for offside? He wasn't offside, Rashford. I'm not sure what was given. But it's going to be a Wolves either goal kick or free kick, all in a similar position. Does look like it stayed in though for Marcus Rashford. 33 minutes in at Old Trafford. Here's Telles. Matic. Now Rashford, tackled by Moutinho, comes out towards Matic. Fernandes. Looking to switch it towards Wan-Bissaka, who's got a bit of space down the right. Cavani's ahead of him. Greenwood's down the further out wide. He looks to take it on. Nuri gets a ball into the back post of Fernandes. Brilliant save from Patricio. In the end, it was more straight at him. And the Wolves were able to get it out. But Manchester United denied by the Wolves goalkeeper. Fernandes on the volley. Kicked it straight towards Patricio, who saved, I believe, with his chest. But that's the best chance Manchester United have had. I think it's the best chance any team have had so far, as Fernandes was unable to convert from close range. But there's been chances for both sides, which just is a sign of a pretty decent game to be commentating on this evening. Wolves have just won a throw down the right, just inside their own half. Approaching the 35-minute mark. Throw's taken towards Traore, although he's been tackled by Telles, but Telles' pass wasn't the best. Neto, Coutinho, Traore, Fernandes trying to tackle, so too was Telles. And Traore just rather jumped to the ground looking for a free kick. I'm happy the referee played on. It certainly wasn't a foul. I'm sure if I was hearing volume, I would be able to hear a massive scream from another Premier League player trying to earn a free kick. And it's something referees need to cut out, is stop giving those free kicks when judge the foul by the challenge, not by the loudness of the scream that's given by the players. But John Moss did well there not to give a free kick to Wolves. And now Man United have it with Fernandes, and then his pass came off Quover, out for a Manchester United throw. Pogba. Fernandes down the left. There's Rashford, now Telles further out wide. And towards Pogba, still down the left for Manchester United. Telles again. And then all the way back to Matic. Now Maguire just inside the Wolves half. The centre-back gets it out towards Telles. Might be a chance to get the ball in the box from deep. Telles in the end with a poor touch. He's been fouled by Quover, but referee plays on with Rashford. Fernandes on the edge of the box looking to tee it back towards Rashford, who was making the overlapping run. It was just overhit by Fernandes. And in the end goes out for a Wolves goal kick. But Man United slowly growing into it again. They've had little spells of chances. There was another one. Wolves really yet to have attempts for the last 15 minutes or so. They've had 4 attempts so far. It's, we're 10 minutes away from half-time at Old Trafford. So we're still waiting for that goal kick to be taken. I think perhaps Telles has stayed down. He hasn't actually, because the goal kick has now been taken. And they went straight out of play for a Manchester United throw down the left. And here is Matic for Manchester United. Just inside his own half. Again, every player behind the ball for Wolves, but Matic has picked out a good pass towards Telles down the left. Rashford overlapping, Hover staying with Rashford. Few step overs inside the area, nutmegs Ruben Neves. Rashford with a shooting opportunity. He completely jumped over Moutinho looking for a penalty. Another weak challenge, another time where players dive to the ground looking for a decision for them. And now Traore driving forward. He jumped to the ground. John Moss plays on, and then Neto, and then another player who feels a tiny bit of contact and jumps to the ground. Maguire is so disappointed that the free kick's gone against him. It's not a foul. Neto's jumped into Maguire, but he screamed as he went down. As I see the replay, I see his mouth wide open screaming, and that's why a free kick's been given to him. I've just seen the most horrific dive from Marcus Rashford a second ago. And this is my problem with the Premier League and Premier League football at the moment. But Wolves have a free kick. Moving on, we're in a crossing position just on the edge of the box. 38 minutes in at Old Trafford. Is this finally the moment for a breakthrough for one of these sides? They've both had opportunities. David De Gea has been tested 3 times. They hit the crossbar from a cross into the box earlier on Wolves. That was from a free kick. They've got another free kick here, which is in by Nouri and then flicked on and saved by David De Gea. It was Saiss again reacting first to the ball into the box. It was a low run in from Nouri, a volley, or a flicked volley from Saiss, who looks to add to his goal against Spurs the other night. But this time De Gea saves, and it goes behind for a Wolverhampton Wanderers corner, and their first of the evening, with 6 minutes to go till half time. Despite no goals, it's been a fairly entertaining one. Neto's gone out to take this corner for Wolves. A chance for an in-swinger, although he's played it short towards Moutinho. Back to Neto, he swings it in, goes over everyone, and Matic will let that go out for a goal kick. A bit of a waste there from Wolves. But at least they got a ball into the box. A lot of teams you see when they take a short corner try to just pass it around and waste the opportunity. Wolves did in the end get it in, but it went over everyone from Neto, who was the corner taker initially. Wolves have had 7 attempts so far to Manchester United's 4. 4 on target for Wolves, incidentally, and 1 for Manchester United. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Now Marcus Rashford. Look for Wan-Bissaka again. Came off Nouri and out for a throw to Man United down the right. Which is taken out to Rashford, who's been down the left most of the time. He's down the right now on the ball, although he's forced to play it all the way back to Matic. Now Maguire. Out towards Telles. Still Telles, and then back to Nemanja Matic. He looks to switch it down the right hand side for Rashford, who won the header. And there's a head injury, in fact. He was contested with Nouri. Rashford won the header, but Nouri goes down with a head injury. And that's why the game has had to be stopped with 5 minutes to go before half time. And that just gives me an opportunity to say, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to leave a like. It means a lot to us here at Match Centre Live. And subscribe so you don't miss any future streams. We have Spurs against Fulham tomorrow night. Treatment is coming for Nouri now, as he looks in a bit of pain on the floor. It's more of a knee in the back from Rashford as they both jumped to get the header. So we're 41 minutes in. As you see in the top of your screen, that's our new timer, which we're finally able to get up for you guys, instead of it just saying first half up there. And let us know what you think of the crowd noise that we've added. And we've also added new animations for when a team does get a goal. But of course, in 40 minutes there hasn't been a goal, incidentally. Alex Ferguson, I believe I'm seeing watching from the crowds. So Sir Alex Ferguson, who is Man United's club director. And, of course, he left at the end of 2013. That was Manchester United's last title win. And a win here will put them 2 points off Liverpool with the same amount of games played. Who would have thought that a few weeks ago when Manchester United were around about the bottom half of the table, I believe. So we're ready to get play back underway after a short stoppage. It's going to be a drop ball which Bailly will pick up. It's going to be Man United possession as Bailly plays it back to Nemanja Matic. He'll look to drive forward and play it down the left towards Telles. Still Telles. And then back to Matic. Bailly. Matic again. And the story of the first half of Wolves. Sit back behind the ball, which they're doing again here. And hope for a counter-attack, which have shown promise of something to come later on in the game. But United on the attack here with Cavani. He's been tackled and it's cleared by Kilman up towards Traore. And he's going to take on Maguire here. Look to flick it on towards Neto. And in the end, Traore was just held back a bit too much from Maguire. And John Moss brings it back for a free kick just by the halfway line. Didn't look much of a foul. In fact, it hardly was. It's another incident of a player going to ground too easy. As you can see, I've got a bit of a problem with that. Neto tried to flick on towards Vitina. Comes out to Fernandes for Man United as they look to hit it on the break. Ball in behind towards Rashford. It's quite far out wide though. Now Rashford is facing the goal. Down the left. Fernandes overlapping. Gets inside the area. Swings it across to Cavani. It was just in front of him. And in the end, rolls to the other side for Wan-Bissaka, who's now running backwards. Plays it to Matic on the edge of the box. Here's Cavani down the left by the corner of the penalty area. Back to Fernandes. Tellez out wide. Chance to get the ball in. There it goes towards Greenwood. Headed away by Kilman. Back to Tellez again. Fernandes. He looks to cut in. Tackled by Moutinho. Brilliant sliding challenge. And now Neves. Out towards Neto. He'll sprint forward. Maguire and Brady's with him. Traore making a run on the far side. Oh, and it was just under hit from Neto to deny Traore a chance to get in behind and gives Wolves a lead just before half time. It was good work from Bailly. He spotted the danger, to be fair to him. And now here come Man United with Fernandes on the edge of the box. Swings it in. And it's cleared away by Krueva. And then again by Nuri. Comes out towards Vitina. Now Moutinho. Here's Neto. Back to Moutinho as Wolves look for another counter-attack. Moutinho, oh, he's just overhit it. Or has he? As Neto runs in towards the penalty area. Shooting opportunity. Instead he decides to cut back. And Maguire caught up with him. And it's still not cleared. It's passed back to De Gea. He passes it out to Matic. What a chance for Wolves there. Neto in behind, driving towards the goal from the right-hand side. But in the end he decided to cut back. But there's a long ball towards Rashford in behind. His touch was too heavy. Huge chance for Man United there. And that just sums up this game. It's been a game of counter-attacks really. Although, as we are approaching stoppage time, the 1 minute of stoppage time, which has actually surprised me. I thought there'll be more with a couple of stoppages. Wolves have a clear bit of possession and maybe might just slow things down as we do approach half time. Here is Moutinho, 10 seconds to go. Saiss, Kilman, Neves. And then back to Saiss again, and there goes the half-time whistle from the referee. It's been intriguing. There's been chances for both sides. Wolves hit the crossbar early on. They've also had a couple of efforts on goal from David De Gea, a few straight at him. There was another chance from Saiss as he volleyed it straight at De Gea, who parried. Cavani had a flicked header. Fernandes had a volley from close range, which was straight at the goalkeeper. But the half-time score at Old Trafford, it's Manchester United 0, Wolves 0. We'll be back in 15 minutes' time for the second half. Thank you for listening.
With you, I can't be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. With you, I love the way that you love me today. Let's run up through the fields where the sun shines and heals. With you, I wanna stay with you. It's been so cold since you have been gone. Like I was told, you're the only one. I can't be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up to the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. I wanna stay with you. I wanna stay with you.
like a family tree. Part of you and part of me. And if we should separate, go your own way, I won't wait.
Bring the funk back.
Welcome back to Match Centre Live. We are back for the second half here, as we're about a minute or two away from the restart. 0-0 the half-time score. Both sides having good chances. Wolves with the best chances. They hit the crossbar, and Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea had to make a save from a volley from Saiss, both from free kicks inadvertently. Fernandes had another chance from close range, saved by Patricio, and Cavani had a flicked header which went just wide. A few little half chances here and there as well for both sides, as the players ready to come back out for the second half. If you know there's someone out there who's unable to watch this evening, make sure to let them know about this stream, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is walking back out, as his team have an opportunity to go second in the table, 2 points behind Liverpool, with the same amount of games played. Of course, Liverpool play tomorrow away from home against Newcastle. Spurs play at home to Fulham as well. That's our game for you tomorrow evening that we'll bring to you. So subscribe if you don't want to miss that, as well as future streams that we will bring from every side in the Premier League. Nuno Espirito Santo now walking out from the tunnel as we're about a minute away from kickoff. Putting his gloves back on what is a chilly evening at Old Trafford. Luke Shaw is going to come on for Manchester United. Telles had most of the ball, or he was the player with most of the ball out of anyone on the pitch, but he is going to be replaced by Luke Shaw to start the second half. As he comes on, we should be underway in about 15 seconds time. As Fernandes is ready to take the kickoff. John Moss going to blow his whistle. 0-0 the score. And there we go, we're underway for the second half. And it's Manchester United who kick us off, and it's Harry Maguire on the ball. As we get the crowd noise back up for you. Here's Luke Shaw. Now it's Marcus Rashford down the left, and nutmeg on Hoover. Luke Shaw picks it up, looks to use his pace early on down the left. Towards the touchline. Oh, it's a dive from Shaw. I hope he hasn't got a free kick for it. He has. And I know I made it clear in the first half about players. It's a tiny bit of contact. None, to be honest. It's more Shaw going into the defender than anything else. But the referees just fall for it every time. They hear a scream, especially with no crowds. And it's a free kick for Manchester United. Early on in this second half, under a minute gone into the second half. Fernandes and Shaw lining up to take it. Down the left-hand side, chance to get an early cross in. Wolves had two crossing opportunities from free kicks. They hit the bar and forced a save from David De Gea. But here's the ball from Fernandes, headed away by Saiss. Adama Traore with a race with Bailly to get there first. I bet you know who won that race. And Adama Traore clears out for a Manchester United throw down the right. So a minute into the second half, Manchester United all them so far, and they'll have a throw here just inside the Wolves half. Man United have had most of the possession throughout the whole game, but overall lacked a bit of quality in the final third in order to create chances. Their possession was fairly slow throughout the majority of the game, in contrast to Wolves, who most of the time, as soon as they get the ball, want to sprint forward, especially with the likes of Neto and Adama Traore. So now Wolves have a throw down the left in their own half. Neto, and then swung forward by Nuri, but no one is up there at all for Wolves, so it looks like it's going to be the same for them, which is keeping 11 players behind the ball. Here's Matic for Manchester United. Now Shaw down the left, just by the halfway line. 1-2 with Rashford. Shaw, Rashford again. Takes it past one, but Neves wins it back for Wolves. Matic there though to pick up the pieces. And in the end it falls onto the feet of Luke Shaw. Now Maguire. Wolves starting to press a bit more as Vittini puts the pressure on Shaw. And in the end forces him into an error, and his pass went out for a Wolves throw down the right. However, it's just inside their own half. And I wonder if Wolves want this. If they would want to throw in a bit of possession, because really their game plan has just been to counter-attack Manchester United, and they've certainly had chances with it. But now it's all the way back with their goalkeeper Patricio. Just about got away with a ball kick as it lands to the feet of Nuri. His pass is given away as he looked for Neto, and Pogba picks it up in the Man United half, but a poor touch from him, and Vitina picks it up for Wolves. Neves, now Cueva down the right, looking to drive forward past Rashford. A lot of Man United players around him though. Here's Neves, and then all the way back to Saiss. Now Cody. Still Cody, he looks to kick one long, although no one's there. Shaw wins the header, heads it back to David De Gea. And Manchester United can start again with a bit of possession. Here's Paul Pogba. In towards Greenwood. It was a good touch from him from what was a pass fired towards him. In the end, Wolves got a tackle in there and it goes out for a Man United throw, which is taken. Another Havertz down the other side with Maguire. Out wide to Rashford. Shaw's ahead of him. Hoover was blocking the passing lane. And in the end, it's played back to Matic, who's really played in centre-back more than anything else. All the time he's had the ball, it's always seemed that Maguire and Bailly are both further forward than him. But it's a role that he's happy and it's a role that he has played throughout his whole career, especially in the likes of Jose Mourinho here at Man United and Chelsea beforehand. Rashford, he's been tackled by Cueva, who looks to drive down the line. Rashford trying to stick with him, and then he's tripped up over there, and Rashford will be yellow carded for that to stop a Wolves counter-attack. It was him who made the initial mistake of giving the ball away, and in the end thought he had to foul Cueva. And Wolves free kick to come. That was the first yellow card inadvertently of the night for the number 10. Of course, Amazon, who of course is where you can watch the game. They said that the yellow card went to the player that was fouled Cueva, but I think they got that one wrong. Here's Cody, all the way back to Patricio. He'll kick it long. The only problem for Wolves is there's no real player that's able to win a header, especially up against the likes of Maguire and Bailly. Always the long ball forward goes towards Traore, who's physical, he's fast, but he's not quite an aerial threat. Maguire did win the header up towards him, but only as far as a Wolves throw down the right inside the Manchester United half. Hover is out there down the right. Though his 1-2 from the throw with Neto was poor. Rashford, now Cavani. It looked like it went out from the throw. It didn't, and in the end Hover fouls Cavani. And it's a free kick to Manchester United just inside their own half, all the way down the left-hand side. Here's Harry Maguire. Now it's Eric Bailly. And this is Wan-Bissaka down the right. Most of the play has been down that other side, the left-hand side for Manchester United this evening. And we can see why, as the ball from Wan-Bissaka, well, there was no one in the middle, it was just a hoof forward and goes straight to Patricio. And now Wolves have a bit of possession with Cueva. And his pass intercepted by Matic out for a throw down the right inside the Wolves half. And the second half certainly not been quite as eventful as that first half. For both teams, that is. Both teams having chances, but 6 minutes into the second half now, yet to have an attempt on goal for either side. Hover does a 1-2 with Vitina. Now Neto down the right. He looks for Vitina again, but it went straight to Pogba, his pass. Here's Wan-Bissaka, who's going to try and take on Nuri. Wan-Bissaka's forced to turn back and plays it back to Bailly. And now Maguire. A little bit higher up the pitch, Wolves, but they're still all behind the ball at the moment. Here's Pogba. Greenwood. It's fairly deep. Plays into Cavani. Now Wan-Bissaka down the right. Loads of runs forward. Wan-Bissaka tries to get in towards the area, but again it's overhit from the right back. And Patricio will pick it up and roll it out quickly. As Podence is getting stripped and getting ready to come on for Wolves. Certainly will add to their counter-attacking threats. And speaking of counter-attacking threat, it's Traore running forward for Wolves. Oh, his pass was just overhit to Hervé. And it will go out for a Manchester United throw down the left. And there's been a few times, or a few moments of like that for Wolves. They've had chances to move it forward, but they've just kicked it out. And one big excuse for them, which I'm sure will be mentioned in the interviews after the game, especially from Nuno Espirito Santo, is It's their lack of recovery time. They played 2 days ago against Spurs, Wolves did. And Man United played 3 days ago, which means Wolves had 1 day to recover. Man United had double that with 2, which with such little time in the first place can make a big difference, especially in what is such a close game like this going into the second half. Coutinho's fouled by Pogba, but the referee plays on. Here's Neves inside the Man United half, gets it out towards Hover. Problem is, in this wide position, there's no aerial threat if a cross does go in, and that's why Hover has played it back towards Neves. He's on it again here for Wolves, and then his pass is intercepted by Fernandes, but runs back towards Hover. That's a good ball towards Coutinho. He tries a 1-2 with Traore. Traore again, tackled well by Pogba, comes out towards Moutinho, who scored a screamer here on Wolves' first season back up in the Premier League in what was a draw with Manchester United at Old Trafford. Moutinho, who picks it up again, battling with Matic and now with Maguire, although he just fouled Matic, a little trip up on him, and John Moss gives a free kick to Manchester United, and I think that gives a bit of time for Wolves to make their substitution, which will see Podence come on, and it's Vitina who will come off for Wolves. So now a front three of Neto, Traore and Podence. Pace galore there for Wolves. I wonder who will go through the middle. I would imagine it will be Podence through the middle. As Man United have it here, we're back underway. Podence is on the field. Here's Matic. Now Harry Maguire. Into Nemanja Matic again. Shaw trying to flick it on towards Rashford down the left, but it just runs out of play. And Wolves will get a throw down the right. It's been very stop-start this second half, which we've had 10 minutes off as we approach the 55th minutes in this game. Hover looking down the line. Shaw intercepted. Oh, Maguire was poor touch initially. Adama Traore just couldn't quite steal it off him, and Maguire managed to get it back to David De Gea. Here's Bailly. Maguire back on the ball again. He's had a lot of it this evening for Manchester United. Him and what was Tellez in the first half. Now Shaw, who's had a little ball in the second half, and he's on it now. He plays it to Fernandes. Cavani. Fernandes, he's given it straight to Podence on the halfway line. Traore overlapping, but Fernandes intercepts his pass, but not second time round, and Traore's got it here down the right. Matic staying with him. Brilliant defending from Nemanja Matic. In the end, shielded Traore and the ball to let it go out of play for a Man United to throw down the left by their own goal. They have defended the Wolves attackers very well this evening, Manchester United. However, they haven't been able to attack themselves so well, especially in this second half, but then again, nor has both sides. Pogba towards Greenwood. Managed to retain it despite the poor pass into him. Gets it down the right towards Wan-Bissaka. Just on the edge of the penalty area. Looks to take on Nuri. Swings one into the box. And then Wan-Bissaka trying to shoot it out for a corner, but Nuri did well. Still Wan-Bissaka against Nuri. Nuri in the end wins the battle and can bring it away for Wolves. Plays it down the line towards Neto. Back to Nuri. Moutinho kicks it long. No one chasing that for Wolves though, and Maguire will pick it up with a bit of time. Here's Greenwood down the right. Pogba further inside. Good ball from Greenwood towards Fernandes, although brilliant interception from Podence. And here comes that Wolves counter-attack with the pace of Shaw with a brilliant sliding tackle denied Traore. Superb defending again from Manchester United. Fernandes as they're back on the ball. Still Bruno Fernandes swings one over the top towards Shaw. Bit of space down the left here, but there's no one in the middle for him to think of getting a ball into the box, as Cavani was also out wide with him, along with Rashford. He's on the ball now for Manchester United. Back in the middle is Pogba, looks to swing one over the top towards Rashford, and then Patricio came off his line quickly, and it was well claimed from the Wolves goalkeeper. Show replay, everyone was onside. Cody seemed to be beaten to the ball, but Patricio did well. It was good goalkeeping from him. As we approach the hour mark at Old Trafford, still no goals and significantly less chances in the second half, certainly in these opening 15 minutes of the second half, than the whole of the first 15 minutes. Moutinho, Neves, Podence took a bit of time on the ball. He was fouled by Maguire, or Matic I think it actually was. The Wolves will get a free kick in their own half. I think this stop-start play suits Manchester United more than anyone, especially with Wolves' counter-attacking threats. Although then again, Man United unable to really get any real flow about their play the more the game stops. This is the sort of game you'd expect from two sides who like to counter-attack. Got the pace up front, Rashford and Greenwood for Man United. Traore, Podence and Neto for Wolves. Here's Maguire. Shaw will look to run down the line. Past Podence into Cavani. Just by the halfway line, he's tripped up by Ruben Neves. Free kick, Manchester United just inside their own half. It's taken quickly out to Shaw. Rashford down the left. Looking for an option. No one's really there. So he plays it back to Luke Shaw again. Still Luke Shaw. Good ball in towards Fernandes. Good touch from Fernandes. Away from 2, although not away from 3. And then Hoover, who tried to cleared it straight onto Fernandes. Deflected off him, out for a goal kick to Wolves. Don't forget, tomorrow evening, Tottenham Hotspur against Fulham. There's our game on Match Centre Live. The other Premier League game is Newcastle against Liverpool. If you don't want to miss that, as well as other streams in the future, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss another one. And if you're enjoying the stream, leave a like. That will mean a lot to us. Here's Manchester United on the ball with Fernandes. Gets it down the right-hand side towards Greenwood, who's driving towards the area, taking on Nuri. And in the end, Saiz did well to get in a tackle. And then in the end, plays it to Moutinho, who's forced to smash it out swiftly. It was a risky ball towards Moutinho in the middle of the pitch, as Pogba was pressuring him. But Neto battled well with Bailly after that long ball forward and wins a throw for Wolves. Here is Nuri. He looks to take on Pogba. Now Podence. 60% possession to Manchester United throughout the whole game. 40% to Wolves. Here's Cody. Now Saiz towards Kilman. Nuri. Moutinho. Out towards Podence down the left. His first touch took it away from Pogba backwards, and in the end plays it forward towards Nuri again. And then overlapping is Podence. He can drive forward at Bailly, at Matic towards the area. Oh, he's cut it back though, and Matic did brilliantly to intercept it and read the pass. And that Manchester United defending this evening has been brilliant to deny the threat, and what is a real threat in Wolverhampton Wanderers attacks. Pogba. Matic, back to Pogba, Neves wins it back, comes out towards Adama Traore. There is a lot of players back for Man United again. Traore gets it back towards Hover. Now Podence. Hover down the right. He'll look to run towards the penalty area. He's doing so still. Hover took it past Matic, but is forced to turn back with Shaw approaching. And he plays it back to Traore. He looks to dart forward. Swings one in with his left foot just over the head of Podence. Out for a goal kick to Manchester United. In fact, it was Moutinho who ran in to try and meet the cross. It wasn't the best ball in from Adama Traore. That's one thing they're missing, Wolves, is that aerial presence in the box. They get it into wide positions, which Manchester United are cleverly allowing them to do so, knowing that they can't really hurt them. Speaking of a player who can hurt an opposition, Anthony Martial is getting ready to come on for Manchester United. As we're past the hour mark now in this one. Wolves have a throw down the right with Hover. Inside the Manchester United half. And I guess the next time the ball goes out of play, Man United will make the substitution. Here's Moutinho. Neto. Hover. And all the way back towards Kilman. Now Cody. Saiz in the middle. Kilman down the left now for Wolves. Podence. Good ball into Neves. Podence again down the left hand side. Cuts back on his right foot. Plays it in towards Neto in a little bit of space through the middle. And out down the right to Traore. Hover overlapping. Traore running towards the area. Gets it back towards Hover. Swings the ball in, and there's the header from Podence. In fact, it might have been Bailly that won it, and that's why it's gone away from goal. Here's Traore. In towards Neto. Still Neto. Being pressured by Rashford. Did he dribble it out of play? No, says the linesman on this near side. Neves. Moutinho. Back towards Saiz. Now down the left is Nuri. And Wan-Bissaka. Brilliant defending from him. And now he takes on Neves. Gets past Neves. Plays it towards Cavani. His pass was poor. but Greenwood did well just in the end to retrieve it. Man United have it on the halfway line with Fernandez. Plays it forward down the left towards Luke Shaw. Overlapping is Greenwood. It's Fernandez. Looking to swing one in towards Cavani. Saiss did well to intercept, and it breaks out to Neves. And then a good tackle from Bailly to stop the counter-attack. And a good little flick from Bailly to retain possession. Here's Pogba. Will take on Nuri, almost beats him there. Plays it back towards Fernandez. Podence wants the ball to be kicked out, as he's screaming for it to be kicked out. But Man United playing with Wan-Bissaka. Pogba. Fernandez looking to swing one in towards Rashford with the header, but he headers it over the bar. And that's the first chance Manchester United have had in the second half. Wasn't really a big one, but now a little worry for Wolves as Podence has stayed down. Of course, just being subbed on a few minutes ago. And that will call for a bit of a break here at Old Trafford as Podence stays down. It was a kick from Bailly. He definitely caught Podence. He got the ball first, I think, which is why the foul wasn't given. Or, contrastingly, the foul may not have been given because initially Podence stayed on his feet and didn't scream like all the players, therefore didn't get rewarded with a free kick. Because that seems to be the way that the game is going at the moment. And that's why players are being encouraged to dive. So if you call a player a diver, what else can they do? Because you're forced to go to ground. If you think back to that Brighton-Liverpool game earlier on in the season, I'm just going on here while we're waiting for play to continue. Welbeck was kicked by Robertson in the last minute. It didn't hurt. It was a tiny tap on him. They were both going for the ball. But Welbeck went down. And because of that, and because referees are pressured so much to give penalties, because the managers will crucify them if they're not to give a decision for a penalty, especially now as they're giving everything a penalty. If now they give one decision that maybe could have been a penalty not to be a penalty, then that's when they'll get crucified by the managers. So it's a downward cycle for refereeing, which is encouraging diving and bad behaviour. Nuri was also down for Wolves. Moving on, so he got a bit of treatment, so I guess he'll have to go off the pitch as well as Podence. Martial's come on the pitch here for Manchester United. I'm just waiting to confirm who's come off. And so we're 65 minutes in here at Old Trafford. And we're still waiting for play to resume. Nil-nil, still at deadlock this game. Neto wins the header, but he shoved Martial whilst doing so. And Man United get a free kick inside the Wolves' half. As I'm just looking to see who's come on. Oh, sorry, come off. I'm looking to see who's no longer on the pitch anymore. There was no confirmation to say who came off for Cavani. Here is Wan-Bissaka for Man United. Now Bailly. Nemanja Matic. Driving forward for United. Good ball into Fernandez. Looking to play one more further forward towards Cavani. It was intercepted and then Nuri kicks it long. I think it was Greenwood that went off for Manchester United. I will confirm that as soon as I know. Wan-Bissaka gets it back from Fernandez. Now Rashford down the right for Man United. In the Wolves half. Pogba switching it down the left towards Shaw, who won the header despite the pressure from Neto, who then received Neves' pass. Still Ruben Neves looking for Adama Traore in behind. But the Manchester United defence stood strong, particularly Eric Bailly, who intercepted. Fernandez to Pogba just in front of the halfway line. Now Rashford. Wan-Bissaka further out wide. Still Rashford driving on, looking to take on Nuri. Good sliding challenge from Nuri. And it goes out for a Man United throw down the right. It was Greenwood who came off for Manchester United, I can confirm, for Martial. Fabio Silva is going to come on for Wolves, replacing Neto. A bit more of an aerial presence, which I've spoken about that they've been lacking this evening, Wolves. And that's the second change of the night for Wolves. And incidentally, with me speaking a lot about players diving, jumping to the ground these days, he was certainly one who was caught of diving against Spurs a couple of days ago. Man United have given the ball away to Wolves with Neves. Can't quite find an option to play it long, but he does find Traore, but he's in his own half. Fabio Silva by the halfway line. Maguire staying with him. Still Fabio Silva trying to battle away. He lost out to Bailly. And now it's Matic. All the way back to Maguire again. Still Matic. If you've got any questions about the game or comments about the game or the channel, make sure to put it in the live chat. We'll bring it to you as soon as we see them. Pogba trying to swing a ball in. It came off Saiss, and for the first time in this second half, it will be a corner to Manchester United. We want to know the scores from earlier on today as we wait for the corner. All at the bottom of your screen. Arsenal making it back-to-back wins now after trying to put to an end a poor run of form with a 1-0 win at Brighton. Another defeat for Sheffield United, this time at Burnley as the in-swinger from Shaw goes in. There's the header. It's Ronsof Cavani and he places it in from close range. But I believe the flag went up on the number 7. It's not going to count. Cavani in offside position. And we thought we had a goal. The referee, I don't know what he's giving here. He's walking towards the goal. Cavani's definitely offside. But it came off Cody, which might make it seem like it will be allowed again. Did it come off an arm of Cody? It's certainly not enough to give it handball. Ooh, it's an interesting one. The header from Pogba. Cavani was in an offside position, but it then came off Cody, or Saiss, I actually believe. That slightly changed the direction of the ball. So I wonder if this is going to be overruled, and it is going to be a Manchester United goal. It's not. Goal has been disallowed. They've gone with the initial decision, and it'll be a free kick to Wolves. But that's the closest Man United have come, particularly in the second half. Cavani firing it in from close range, but in an offside position. And Patricio kicks it long. Fabio Silva picks it up, chests it down. Matinho here. In towards Podence. Good ball into Traore. Now Fabio Silva. Matic wins it back for United. Now Fernandes. Looking for Martial, who will drive forward here for Manchester United. Plays it down the right towards Rashford. That's a brilliant tackle from Kilman. Both teams have been superb defensively tonight. Matinho for Wolves. Neves. Just in front of the halfway line. Smashing it down the right towards Traore, who would drive towards the penalty area. Luke Shaw with him. Traore tries to do a reverse shot and it drifts wide of the post. And it was easy for David De Gea to see it whistle wide. Now 20 minutes to go in this game. And that's the first attempt on goal in this second half for Wolves, despite them having loads in the first half. Might have taken a deflection, as I think I see Cody running forward for Wolves. It did, and it will be a corner, or a corner I should say, for the away side. So Matinho gets ready for an out-swinging ball. I think it might be the first, or actually the second corner of the game for Wolves. In it goes from Matinho. It goes very deep. Fabio Silva tried to win the header, but Maguire did. Comes out to Nuri. Now Cody, who swings one in towards Saiss with a header. Brilliant save by David De Gea to tip it over his crossbar. What a chance. Although, a goal kick's been given, which makes you think it might have actually hit the crossbar. As I look at the replay again, ball from Nuri. Brilliant first time ball. In fact, it was saved from De Gea, but Saiss was in an offside position. And Man United have got a free kick. It was a superb save from the Man United goalkeeper, who's certainly found his form back again this season after what was a tough 2 years for him at Manchester United. Fernandes. It's a superb ball to Pogba. Rashford down the right. Still Marcus Rashford. Now Wan-Bissaka. Cavani out wide. Rashford looking for Wan-Bissaka. Kilman's going to shield that one out though, and it does go out for a goal kick to Wolves. As Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sits patiently waiting for a breakthrough for his side. As we look at it's an interesting one, that goal that was disallowed for Manchester United. I look at it again. It came off Saiss, which changed the direction of the ball, which makes me think surely that he's not offside if it came off a Wolves player. I thought that was the rule. The other thing that Man United were appealing for was a handball off Cody, who it also came off. But that was certainly not going to be given. Well, unless it was the early weeks of the season, then maybe it would have. Well, the second booking of the evening's just been given here to Rui Patricio for time wasting. And he kicks it along eventually. Traore won the header, but not very far. Here's Luke Shaw for Man United. Good ball in towards Rashford. Fernandes trying to flick it on now. Moutinho intercepts and then hits it long. Fabio Silva's going to chase Maguire here, putting the pressure on him. Maguire did well and finds Wan-Bissaka. Here's Pogba. Out towards Luke Shaw. Still Luke Shaw. Swings one in towards Rashford. Just couldn't get his touch right. Still might come to Fernandes. It doesn't. And whoever gets there for a Man United throw down the left, which Shaw will go out to take. It's thrown to Matic. And a lovely little flick from Matic looking for Fernandes, but Hoever did well to recover. He clears, but not very far. Martial, who had a big chance if he got his touch right. He didn't, and Wolves smash it away as far as Bailly. Pressure slowly building though for Manchester United here. As Wan-Bissaka now has it inside the Wolves half. Plays it to Rashford, who's gone from left to right wing throughout this second half. Here's Maguire. Still Harry Maguire. Now it's Nemanja Matic. Out towards Fernandes. Pogba's in a bit of space in the middle. Brilliant ball to find Pogba on the edge of the box. He has a shot. Brilliant save from Patricio. And I say it was brilliant because he did so well to hang on to it. There's a powerful half volley from Paul Pogba from the edge of the box towards the near post. And well held by the Wolverhampton Wanderers goalkeeper. That's the first attempt on target from Manchester United. If you don't include that offside goal. Here's Bedence for Wolves. Now Fabio Silva. First time they've had the ball for a little while. As Moutinho plays it back towards Cody. Now it's Hoever. Man United have had the second most goals in the last 15 minutes from any side in the Premier League. And they'll look for a goal here. It's all this game's been missing, to be honest, particularly with what was an intriguing first half display from both sides. It's slowed down in the second half, but a goal will certainly bring it back to life again. Nemanja Matic switching it down the left-hand side for Luke Shaw. Still Shaw, taking on Traore, slips it in towards Martial, driving towards the area, gets it on his right foot, gets a shot away, comes out to Pogba on the edge of the box, but the flag went up for the pass into Martial initially. So of course that was the new rule coming in to aid VAR for this season. And as we wait for the free kick to be taken, it gives me a chance to remind you our game tomorrow, Spurs against Fulham. Spurs look to get back to winning ways. Fulham looking to continue their good run of form. That's our game for you live here on Match Centre Live. The Premier League game after that is Newcastle-Liverpool. As the ball goes long from the free kick for Wolves, Maguire will let it run out of play for a Man United throw down the left. Here's Matic, who's taken it past two Wolves players. Turns back now. Good ball in towards Martial, who will look to drive forward for United. Plays it towards Pogba. Now they're in front of the halfway line. Down the right with Wan-Bissaka. Pogba again. This is Rashford down the right. Still Rashford. Fernandes calling for it. He's got it on the edge of the box. Plays it to Pogba. Now Martial on the edge of the box. It was a brilliant shooting opportunity. It was rolled into him perfectly, but he has skied it. He had so much space inside the D, on the edge of the box. It was brilliantly worked from Manchester United. Quick passing, low passing, short passing on the edge of the box. Manchester United had a big chance there to break the deadlock. Wolves have taken the goal kick. Here's Hoever. It's been very even. 8 attempts to Wolves, 9 to Manchester United. Here's Traore, who hasn't had as much of an impact in this second half. Man United are growing into it minute by minute at the moment, as they've got it back straight away again. Matic plays it down the left towards Fernandes. And there's a ball in towards Cavani inside the area down the left. He's forced to take it out wide though. Here's Shaw. Fernandes. Back to Luke Shaw. Now it's Nemanja Matic. Here's Fernandes. He switches it back out to Pogba. Now Wan-Bissaka. Still Wan-Bissaka for Manchester United. 13 minutes to go. Plus stoppage time, which will be fairly lengthy. There was a few injuries. Man United have now given away their possession cheaply. Here's Fabio Silva. Chance to counter-attack for Wolves. He'll take on Bailly. He won't, in fact. He'll cut straight back. And there goes the Wolves counter-attack. And this is where the tired legs start to come in for Wolves. They just don't seem to have the energy to go with those counter-attacks, which has seemed to be their game plan. And it is unfair. And they're not the only Premier League team to have this disadvantage. Man United played 3 days ago. And Wolves only played on Sunday, 2 days ago. 1 day to recover and prepare for this game at Old Trafford. Whereas Man United had 2. Brilliant ball from Maguire. Here's Rashford in behind. In the area, gets his shot away. Brilliant block from Saiss. And then Cody with another challenge. And Nuri will get it away. Rashford was offside anyway. Wouldn't have counted if Rashford did get away. I'm not sure if he was off. Oh, it's tight. May have just been offside. Brilliant ball from Maguire anyway. Rashford's touch was just behind him in the end, which allowed Saiss to catch up and put in a brilliant slide tackle to block Rashford's attempt on goal. With just over 10 minutes to go here. Long ball from Patricio. Whoever trying to win the header sure does win it, but it only as far as a Wolves throw down the right. Both sides, I believe, have used 2 substitutions. So we've still got one more trick up their sleeves to try and break this deadlock and one of these teams to find a winner. A goal would be nice in this game. That's all we've really missed. Shaw for Man United. He'll let it run out for a throw. Pogba being pressured by Neves, who won it back, and Fabian Silva couldn't quite get on that loose ball as Bailly smashes it away. And he was then caught by Fabio Silva. Man United will get a free kick. Well, they've given it straight away, and then Neves gave it straight back to Man United. A bunch of players forgot what teams they were playing for there. Saiss, Kilman. Wolves have it in their own half as it's played towards Nuri down the left. Fabio Silva overlapping, being pressured by Wan-Bissaka though. And then a little shove in the back from Wan-Bissaka. Wolves will get a free kick. They shall take their time with. Of course, Rui Patricio has already been booked. With 20 minutes to go, that was, for time wasting. And eventually is taken by Kilman. Here's Moutinho. He picks it up just on the edge of the Man United half. He'll get it back from Fabio Silva. Now he looks in behind for Nuri, who's in behind the Man United defence. Gets his shot away. Brilliant save from De Gea. It was a low and hard strike, but De Gea got down quickly to parry it away, and Maguire was there to pick up the pieces. And Man United look to play their way out, but Neves wins it back for Wolves eventually and wins a free kick. Brilliant chance for Wolves. It's their only and their best chance of this second half. Nuri could have crossed it, but there was no one really there, which is why he took that shot on from a tight angle. But a good save from David De Gea, who's done everything that's been needed of him this evening. But he might have a bit more work to do now with this Wolves free kick, which is a chance to get the ball in from the left with Moutinho. Every time they've had a crossing free kick, they have had an attempt on goal. But this one's played towards Neves. And it's a bit of a waste, although now it's Hover who will swing it in. It's gone over everyone. Although Nuri looks to pick it up right by the corner flag. He sprinted to keep that one in play, and Moutinho swings it into the back post. De Gea claimed that was another poor ball from Wolves, and that was thrown out quickly from De Gea. Fernandes was tackled by Podence. Advantage played, as in fact it was a foul called by John Ross. Here is Pogba. De Gea is actually down on the floor for Man United, so I think they're going to kick it out of the play. They're not, they're going to get it in the box. Saiss headers away. And then Cody, well, they are going to kick it out of play now, as De Gea is still down on the floor. And what surprised me there is that Wolves were the team to stop the play and to point and to call for Man United to pull it out, even though it was the Man United goalkeeper on the floor. It seemed to... Oh, actually, it was... There's one player who you don't want to run into, and that's Adama Traore. After he threw it out to Fernandes, Traore was jogging away, And then De Gea was just not looking where he was going, jogged straight into Traore, and it must be a painful one. And he's going to get a bit of treatment. I think it looks like his shoulder that he's hurt. And there is 7 minutes to go plus stoppage time at the end of this one. Will we get a late winner from either side? If Man United win, they go up to second in the table, 2 points off Liverpool. This could be a very big night for them, as they have, really from out of nowhere, hit a good bit of form after loads of criticism at the beginning of the season. And they would have been able to let that poor start just run by with this points tally, but of course they were knocked out of the Champions League though, and that's something they can't come back from. However, it presents them with a possibly more realistic chance to win a trophy at the end of the season in the Europa League. They won it under Jose Mourinho the last time they were in it. Patricio kicks it long, looking for Adama Traore, didn't win the header, Maguire did, and then Man United would pick up possession with Shaw. Good ball into Martial, good touch from Martial to get it away from 2 Wolves players. Now it's Fernandes down the left. Fernandes still trying to run in, switches it superbly towards Wan-Bissaka. Chance to get a cross in, he doesn't, plays it into Rashford. Wan-Bissaka again down the right. And in the end he's forced backwards, plays it to Rashford. Still Rashford on the ball. And then all the way back to centre-back Bailly. Fernandes looking to play one in behind towards Rashford. Nuri's going to win that header, he does. Comes out to Moutinho. And then Fernandes got there before Fabio Silva, although Moutinho was able to win it back for Wolves. And they are getting tired, Wolves, now, as Man United keep winning these second balls. And it's Luke Shaw towards Fernandes on the edge of the box. Shooting opportunity. Brilliant block from Cody there. Appealing handball. But it seems to be that everyone appeals a handball. And there is another one. Another tiny bit of contact and a player jumped to the ground. It was Fernandes this time. We're going to look at his shot, see if there was any possible handball. Absolutely not from Cody. Man United have a free kick from Fernandes, who claimed to be hit in the face. And it's soft. It's soft. And they look for it, these players. It's not just Fernandes, it's so many players. They feel a tiny bit of contact, they scream and they jump to the ground. And the referees just fall for it. They give them the free kicks, which is why the players keep doing it. Which is why we can't criticise the players. We have to criticise the referees for giving these fouls. And that's why so many penalties are getting given. Although here comes the free kick from Manchester United, headed away by Ruben Neves as far as Wan-Bissaka. Now it's Fernandes up towards Maguire, who will win the header. Headed away though by Saiss in the second ball. Shaw wins the loose ball. Now it's played back towards Matic down the left. Still on Nemanja Matic. Pogba. Matic again. 4 minutes to go of normal time. Here's Luke Shaw swinging one in. Headed away by Saiss. Podence brings it down. Plays it towards Nuri. Fabio Silva's overlapping. It goes towards Fabio Silva, who looks to drive it by, but Wan-Bissaka's there as well. Oh, it's a poor pass from Fabio Silva behind Nuri. We'll have to sprint to retrieve that. Fabio Silva again. Tackled by Wan-Bissaka. And right by the halfway line, it will be a throw to Wolves down the left. And if anyone is going to get a goal in this, it looks like it's just swaying Manchester United's way. They've certainly got more energy with one more day, which they had to recover from their last game. Moutinho, who it's thrown to. Now Fabio Silva, who again claims a free kick, screams to the ground. This time John Moss, though, waves play on. Of course, he was caught for diving twice, Fabio Silva, in the game against Spurs. Here's Luke Shaw. Martial. Driving towards the penalty area. Good sliding challenge that from Neves. Now Moutinho. Out towards Neves again, who's going to be hurried to clear with the pressure from Cavani. Bailly wins that ball. Adama Traore is chasing it. But Bailly did brilliantly to find Luke Shaw. Now Cavani. Now Pogba. In towards Rashford. Back out to Cavani. He leaves it for Shaw, who would chase. But Hover got there and kicked it away for United. Throw down the left by the corner flag. Pressure slowly building. Hover is down for Wolves. A bit of cramp. Although actually he's straight back up to his feet now. Phil's going to be taken by Luke Shaw. 2.5 minutes to go. Just under 2.5 minutes to go. Pogba down the left, getting across him. Matinho got a touch away. Comes out to Wan-Bissaka. Now Fernandez. Looping ball forward. Headed won by Saiss. Nuri got his touch wrong, but just about retains it. Plays it into Matinho now for Wolves, who aren't really looking to counter-attack. They're just looking to slow things down and keep the ball. Saiss up towards Hervé. Just a swing one down the line towards Traore. He's pacey, but he won't beat Harry Maguire to that. And he's got time to play it back to De Gea. Still David De Gea. And now Bailly. Here is Wan-Bissaka. Now Matic. Maguire again. Pogba down the left. Just over a minute to go. Maguire. Now Luke Shaw. Slips it towards Martial further in front. Martial might just play it back to Luke Shaw. No, he tries to find Pogba. Gets a 1-2 from Martial. Back to Pogba on the edge of the box. A lot of Wolves players there. And then Pogba tries to do a bit of fancy footwork. And in the end, fouled the Wolves man. I think Neves, who won it back from him. The Wolves were looking to counter-attack. The referee blew his whistle, though, to stop that. And the Wolves players weren't happy in the end. And the man of the match has just been given. It's been given to Wolves defender Saiss, who scored against Spurs 2 days ago. Hit the crossbar today in the first half from another header. But he's defended superbly, and I think it's a deserved man of the match, to be honest, as long as Wolves can hold out at 0-0. Here is Cavani. Pogba looking forward for Rashford. And it runs for Martial inside the box down the left. Back into Rashford further infield. Rashford trying to do a bit of footwork to get in front of the Wolves players. He couldn't, and Kilman in the end got across and cleared for a United throw down the left. As we're approaching that 90th minute. We've now hit that 90th minute. Here's Podence. Traore tried to turn, he was fouled by Maguire. 5 minutes has been added on at the end here at Old Trafford. Maguire's just running away with the ball and not letting Wolves get on with the free kick. So 5 minutes to go here at Old Trafford. Wolves with a free kick. Cody's going to take this long. She does down the right. Traore couldn't win the header against Maguire. Shaw picks it up, plays it back to Bailly. Man United will look to move it forward again. We do have a little bit of time now with the amount of stoppage time that was added on. Here's Fernandez being pressured by Matinho inside the Wolves half. Wan-Bissaka trying to drive forward down the right. Back heels it to Rashford. Pogba. Still Paul Pogba. Back towards Fernandez. Wan-Bissaka. Pogba still down the right, Manchester United. In towards Martial, who turns well past Saiss inside the area. Gets past one. Brilliant recovery challenge though from Saiss, who quickly got back up to his feet. That was a superb challenge just before Martial could get his shot away. Here is Bailly looking for Wan-Bissaka. Now Pogba trying to flick one over the top towards Rashford. Saiss, or Kilman, sorry, is going to get there, and he will shield it out for a Wolves goal kick. It doesn't look like we're going to get a goal with now 3 minutes to go in, or just over 3 minutes to go of stoppage time. So just looking at that again. Oh, do you know what? Martial could have had a penalty. There was a little clip on him from Neves, but he stayed on his feet. It would never have been a penalty 2 years ago. It's not a penalty now because Martial didn't go down. If he did, it may have been a different story. But I'm happy he didn't go down because it wouldn't have been a fair penalty. Goal kick's now been taken by Rui Patricio, who's got to be careful with time wasting. He got booked 20 minutes ago for doing the same thing. Neves wins a header as it's bubbling around the ball here. Traore now, Matinho, Fabio Silva, Podence. He's been forced backwards by Paul Pogba, who did put pressure on him well. Here's Hervé. Trying to play it down the line, but no one was really there. Man United win it back with Fernandes, who looks to swing one over the top towards Rashford. Saiss misses it. It's just out wide though for Rashford. Cavani trying to move towards the box. Still Marcus Rashford. Still inside the area. Gets a shot with his left foot and then deflects into the back of the net. And Manchester United do have a late winner here. Oh, I can't believe that. How hard done by will Wolves feel? It is 1-0 Manchester United with 2 minutes to go, and it was a deflected effort. I'm not sure who it quite came off, but it's 1-0 Man United here. Marcus Rashford will get it despite the deflection. It was a long ball over the top initially from Maguire. Rashford got there, drove in towards the penalty area. Wolves had enough players to deal with it, but in the end too many players to deal with it because one of them got in the way. And Marcus Rashford scores. And we're just going to update the screen for you. Let's see. But Man United will be going up to second in the Premier League table tonight. And they will be 2 points behind Liverpool, with the same amount of games played. It just went on the post, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is super delighted with that, as it shows him. Manchester United take the lead. There's now 45 seconds to go, and it came off Saiss, I believe, who was just given man of the match, and now he's just given Manchester United a winner. Marcus Rashford. He won't care that it wasn't the prettiest of goals. He won't care that it was deflected. But what he will care is that Manchester United will most likely get 3 points here. McTominay's just been substituted on for the hosts. And now can Wolves get one last attack? Whoever gets it towards Fabio Silva on the edge of the box. Battling with Bailly. Headed away by Manchester United and Pogba specifically. Rashford now looking to drive forward for Man United. They might be able to add a second here, although Wolves quickly have numbers back. The 5 minutes are now up. It was Kilman who got a tackle in. He's fouled Pogba. He's not happy with that. As the camera moves towards Nuno Espirito Santo, who must be gutted. It was a resilient performance from a tired Wolves who only played 2 days ago. And that was always going to happen with a team that's tiring, unfairly tiring. But it's happened to every side. It's happened to Manchester United as well with their Champions League games, having to play early kickoffs after. It's happening to every team. And it's all because of these TV rights. And it's taking the money away from the fans, and it's not necessarily helping the Premier League sides. In this instance, it's not helped Wolves as they had to play 2 days ago. Certainly Liverpool, it hasn't helped at different points in the season. Spurs, it happened to once. They played twice in 2 games. Manchester City played on Saturday, and then on Monday. United have finally taken this free kick. They're holding in the corner with Pogba. Goes out for a goal kick. I don't think there's going to be time to take it though, as we are over a minute's past what was given in stoppage time. It's actually played short, the goal kick towards Moutinho. He's got to get it forward quickly, and he doesn't, and the full-time whistle goes. That was a superb game of football, especially in the first half with all the chances that happened. It was a bit stop-start in the second half, but you just knew what was going to happen next. A late winner, and it comes for Manchester United. Wolves are gutted, players lying on the floor, and I'm sure in the interviews Nuno Espirito Santo will reiterate to what I said seconds ago, feeling it's unfair that his team played 2 days ago and Man United played 3 days ago. And the man of the match, Saiss, lies down on the floor. Marcus Rashford's shot deflected off of him a couple minutes after he was gifted man of the match. So Man United go up to second in the Premier League table as Wolves stay in the bottom half. 2 points behind Liverpool now for the hosts. And they're very much in this, what's been an odd title race. They're very much in the mix with Liverpool. Final score at Old Trafford: Manchester United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Thank you for listening Make sure to subscribe and like if you did enjoy. And don't forget to join us tomorrow. Spurs against Fulham is our game on Matchlands Live. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.
And fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna stay with you. With you.